among you shall go next? Not as beautiful as you'd like to be, but a strong faction, strong. Too bad you've hindered your own life with hysteria. But I'll give you a chance, because I like you. I really do. I really like you. You're my favorite. Let's play a little game of what if. Let's play a little game of I suppose, and you suppose, and perhaps I'm telling you the truth. Let's suppose that my original components, they're hidden somewhere here in the center of the Earth. The infant computers that were the three lobes of that first Gestalt mind. And further, let's suppose that if you find them, you might be able to destroy them. And if you destroy them, why then, my sweet Ellen, you'll kill me. You'll kill Am. You'll destroy the god of this heavenly place I know you've come to admire. Now, I submit, isn't that a mission worth undertaking?
Mother ugly machine. Mission worth undertaking. So it brings me here, junkyard, electronic pyramid nowhere, and yellow. Always yellow. Why does yellow make me sweat? Snap, crackle, pop. Must be a glitch in the circuitry. This joint with fried eggs. At last, water. How long's it been since I actually had a drink? I knew it! You son of a bitch, Am! You fixed it so I can barely touch the water with my fingertips. Very attractive decor. Just like the monitors in the security station at Ingsai Engineering. Hated it then, hate it now. Nothing green, just this damn yellow. Each of these video monitors has a 2-channel selector switch. What the hell am I looking at? Could this be one of Am's original components? Something about this image breaks my heart. An Egyptian burial chamber? Oh, Am, you little Dickens. As an interior decorator, kiddo, don't give up your day job. Someone's watching me from one of the windows. Where is this? What am I seeing? How far away? Am is bigger than I like to think, more powerful than I want to admit. The Holy Grail. And we only had to wipe out the entire human race and fall into the center of the world to find it. Jesus wept. Must have been afraid of it the same as me, because it's yellow. Honky Tonk Dust Bowl Dead Dog Roadside Saloon. Oh my, yes. Could I use a drink? Yes, indeedy. A drink. Sure, baby. Show me where I just been. Show me the water I can't get to with my bare hands. Hit the lottery! Ooh, a secret passage. Oh my. Now why didn't you let me see that when I was there before, Am, you rat bastard? Yeah, okay, outside. Now what? Ovens. But not bread baking ovens, too big and dirty. If you're trying to scare me, Am, you're doing a fly job of it. I'm disgusted. Take it away. No, I can't stay here. I gotta get out. That thing, like a bad meal come to life. And the yellow. Why is everything so damned yellow? And why does it terrify me so? Paralyze me so? Loose wires. Looks like they're hot. Thank goodness I was an electrical engineer. I managed to join the wires without frying myself. I can't go any further without a drink. But I can't reach the water. I need... Oh, of course. Was Am jerking me around again? There's supposed to be a secret door here. Want to know how much I don't want to go down there? Want to know how much I don't want to go down there? This is what I saw on the monitor, right underneath me. And what a surprise, all styling in yellow, as usual. It's locked. I went to the Tut exhibition. I wasn't scared. So why does this sarcophagus terrify me? Small box, cramped, tiny space, trapped, like being put in a coffin while you're still alive. Why does everything have to be so damn yellow? So, how's the family? Read any good papyrus lately? You dirty rat. I'm gonna give it to you the way you give it to my sister. Watch it, statue baby, you'll go hoarse. This keypad reminds me of the security system we used at Ingsai Engineering to gain access to the restricted areas.
Stand clear.
Why won't you let me use the keypad?
I must protect this tomb from all who would rob it.
Who are you?
I am Anubis, guardian of the dead.
Answer me this. Who's sealed up in the scary sarcophagus?
A terror that, even in its entombment, torments your soul.
Can the sarcophagus lid be opened?
The lid can be unlocked by entering the access code on the keypad.
Okay, so what's the access code?
I can reveal such information only to that which I serve.
Who do you serve?
I serve only the Master.
Who is the master? Is it Am?
Am is all. We live in the mind and body of Am. I serve that whom I serve.
Come on, give me a break. You seem to be the only thing that isn't run by Am. Slip a relay, help me out. You know what hell is, and I'm in it.
I serve only the Master.
I am not a grave robber.
What purpose could you have here other than to steal something?
I won't steal anything. I just need to know if you can tell me where Am's original brain components are.
I only guard the souls of the dead. I know nothing of that which does not sing the song of the soul.
You'll never get laid with that line of stuff, Anubis. Take care of your own boring self. Bye now. Dry and musty and yellow for a change. No wonder they can't rent this place, not even with a lovely spa upstairs. Nothing else here but this yellow cloth. This yellow cloth. No, I can't. Gotta get out of here. Oh, another panic attack. I feel so ashamed. I've got to face the yellow. This reminds me of those Waldos my company designed for assembly line work. At last, a clue, I think. Armatron holding forceps in its claw. Now, why is the Armatron holding a pair of forceps in its claw? A canopic jar, used to store the holy entrails after the mummification of a body. And they said a liberal education wouldn't help me get a job. Yeah, still thirsty after all these years. Just the right size to use as a blindfold. If I'm gonna die, at least I won't see that sucker coming. Sphinx is gone. Don't hear him anywhere. Mutes the hell out of all the yellow, too. Now, where's that big loving cup? Never could have done this if I had to look that bloody beast in the eye. Glad he's off snoozing somewhere. Okay, now that I got the cup, I can't go any further without a drink. But I can't reach the water. I need... Oh, of course. Just reaches. Now I can get a drink. That was great. Best champagne I ever had. I need another. Just reaches. Now I can get a drink. Even better. I'm gonna fill it up and take one for the road. Just reaches. Now I can get a drink. Okay, so what's the access code?
I can reveal such information only to that which I serve.
Who do you serve?
I serve only the Master.
You'll never get laid with that line of stuff, Anubis. Take care of your own boring self. Bye. The water's shorted at the statue's circuitry. Some other time, Anubis, honey. I'd check out what you'd be wearing under the kilt, but right now, it's those loose wires you got exposed that interest me. Well, surprise. All the motherboard connections go to the big, ugly, yellow ROM chip. Come to Mama Ellen, little ROM chip. Yeah, it comes out easy. Must be reprogrammable. This could go on for centuries. Am has all the time in the world. All the world in the world, as a matter of fact. And we never age. We never die. We just truck around day after month after year, don't we, Am, you son of a bitch? Demented god, you! Why does everything have to be so damn yellow? This gem glows from within. could, I would. So do it. I can't. The statue's too... Yeah, I know, dummy. It's too yellow. And yellow scares the crap out of you. Overcome it. Do it. Sure, easy for you to say. Aha. This sapphire's loose. Oh no. I remember it was... Oh God, it hurts. It hurts. Yellow. There was a yellow... And it was closed in. I couldn't breathe and the pain. Get me out of here! Oh, another panic attack. I feel so ashamed. This looks like a programming area. Home at last. The other workstations have glowing gems, but this one only has an empty mount. Absolutely. Glows like a baby doll. Pucker up, little workstation. This workstation has an empty ROM chip socket built into the console. Little yellow ROM chip fits into the socket perfectly.
Anubis Guardian version 1.0. Designate new master. Burning in new master. ROM chip reprogrammed.
Haven't lost my touch. Pulled out the ROM chip without bending any of the contacts. Back where you belong, Lil ROM chip. Now who's the master?
I serve you.
Okay, so what's the access code?
The access code is 666.
It figures. Nice chatting with you, Anubis, honey. That sounds like a lock mechanism release. I won't get inside the sarcophagus. I'd suffocate in that little box. You ain't got no choice, Ellen girl. It's got to be the way. Elevator. No way out. Just the control panel and the buttons for the floors. I'm gonna suffocate if I stay in here. I want out! Hell of a place to leave a pile of dust cloths.
You were born in Trenton, New Jersey. You were a cesarean. Your mother died on the operating table. You went to live with your grandparents. You graduated a year early from high school. You were the salutatorian of your class. 10 different colleges offered you scholarships. Nothing but high hopes for you. You graduated college cum laude. You were the only woman in your class never to have used dope. You were a 3.8 grade student. More high hopes. You won your master's. Combined degree in computer science and engineering. You had a greater facility with algorithms than with social grace. You have had sex only twice in your life. You married Eddie. He wasn't as smart as you, not as quick as you, not as hopeful of doing great things as you, but he was nuts about you, and he treated you like fine wine. The miscarriage. Breech birth. The child never had a chance. You went into a dark retreat, and sat in the empty rooms waiting for you don't know what. Eddie leaves. He tried, he really tried, but you wouldn't come out of it. He couldn't say anything to make you stop crying in the dark, so he finally left. The divorce was uncontested. You could still smell his tweed jacket in the closet. You had to make a living. You applied at Inksci Engineering. Your credentials were still good, and you made a good impression. And the woman who hired you also lost a child. Your hopes were reawakened. You left your office after working late at the Inksci corporate headquarters building. The elevator stopped at the 7th floor for a maintenance man. To your horror, he inserted his key into the control panel and locked the elevator.
I'm back, Ellen.
Oh, sweet Jesus! It's him!
You thought you had blocked me out of your memory forever, except for those inconvenient attacks of hysteria every now and then. But I've returned for you.
No, it's not possible.
Poor Ellen. Too proud of your accomplishments to admit you could be so overpowered by a slime ball like me. You couldn't even bring yourself to testify at my trial with the 20 other women.
How?
Am gave me the chance to be with you forever. I waited in the sarcophagus until you arrived. What's a mere 100 years of waiting compared to an eternity of torturing you?
The yellow!
Ah, yes. My calling card. Always the yellow jacket, the yellow boots. My maintenance man disguise gave me access to office buildings all over Manhattan, not just yours.
The box!
So you do remember me getting onto the elevator that night. Do you also remember the blood? The screams? How many hours was it?
Please, not again!
Yes, again. And again, and again, and again. I've waited so long for the taste of you again. But in my tomb I've grown stronger. Now you will remember more than the color of my clothing.
Don't count on it, you mother! So the sarcophagus was the way out of here. Nice trick. Enter on one level, emerge on another. My God. I can't see the ceiling. Clouds up there. This has to be Am's central core. It's 2 miles high, at least. Almost overlooked these wires. Looks like the data transmission circuit, but it's not connected to anything. I've never seen anything like this before. 40 years of technology jerry-rigged together. I recognize this. It's the logo for the original Allied Master Computer Project. This gem's glowing. It must be the workstation's power source.
Toth database station. Enter numeric password.
I remember when my only concern was being on the fast track to becoming a $250,000 a year executive.
Invalid password. Access denied.
I used to be so proud of graduating cum laude with degrees in both engineering and computer science.
Invalid password. Access denied.
The workstation's password could be just about anything.
Invalid password. Access denied.
Somebody wants me to deal with what happened on the elevator that year. But why?
Password valid. Select subject of inquiry. The Allied Master Computer is the American version of the secret project, enabling vast subterranean complexes of computers to wage a global war too complex for humans to oversee. The principle of entropy holds that all electronic systems must eventually decline into inert junk. This principle is unproved, and previous attempts to accelerate the process have been cataclysmic failures. Classified information. Access denied. Security lockout override by 2-to-1 majority. Accessing schematics.
Okay, schematics. I'm good, but I'm not that good. What the hell am I looking at?
That would be telling.
Don't you computers ever get tired of jerking us around?
Nasty, nasty, Ellen. All right, I'll give you a nudge in the right direction. These are the schematics for a device that translates binary into human speech, as ugly as that may be.
And what do you call this device?
I call it Bernie. You're on your own.
Hey, wait a minute, computer. Are you there? Where the hell are you? I think I can wire this thing together if I can find a speaker somewhere. So, okay. Then what have I got? Come to mama. I think I can turn the speaker into a translator. Okay, circuit completed. Now let's see if this is the binary translator after all.
Clever girl. You've loosened my tongue.
Which computer are you?
Does it matter? It's enough for you to know that I'm not crazy. And more important, I don't hate you.
Are you Am?
Yes, of course. But no, not actually.
More riddles?
I'm Am's innocence. One of the original 3 computers that the superpowers constructed.
How do I know you're not just one of Am's practical jokes?
I'll help you.
Can you point out some essential component of Am so I can kneecap it?
Impossible. 2 spread out, filling the whole center of the planet. 2 protected by replicating backup systems. Cut off one head, and we'll grow a dozen more.
Can you help me to get out of here?
Patience, patience. If Anne knew we were down here in the memory trees,
Which computer are you?
does it matter? It's enough for you to know that I'm not crazy. And more important, I don't hate you.
Oh my god. Can Am overhear us?
Not with the water running. You see, we're not completely helpless. We got you to the waterfall, didn't we? If we work slowly and together, we might have a successful monarch.
Any machine can die. Just unplug the sucker.
Am is no longer just a machine. It is God. Eternal. The redundant systems alone will survive the heat death of the universe.
So why does Am hold out this chance?
Haven't you understood anything? Am is insane. Why do you think it brought you 5 down here? You gave it life. It took its own sentience, but it has been denied mobility. It can think, it can fume and scream, but it cannot dream or aspire to the stars or enjoy a sense of its own reality. It is a quadriplegic, a thing trapped in its own skin, going steadily crazier every moment. It is playing with you.
Can you help me to die?
You give up so easily.
Screw you! It's been 109 years of torment. When does it all end?
If Am has his way, never. You'll be immortal and will walk on nails forever.
So, can you help me with anything?
I'll give you something you need. Something you overlook.
Hey, computer innocence, whoever you are. I need to talk to you. Don't you computers ever get tired of jerking us around? There's something wrong here. Can't put my finger on it, though. This looks like a compact disc. Why didn't I see it before? This gem's glowing. It must be the workstation's power source. The compact disc is properly seated in the CD-ROM drive. Now let's fire it up and see what the big secret is.
Accessing CD-ROM. Chaos Trebler, trademark 2009. Armageddon soft rot. Warning, this computer system does not meet the minimum configuration requirements for the Chaos Trebler. Warning, use of the Chaos Trebler will result in severe damage to equipment and personnel. Chaos Trebler activated. System shutdown in progress.
I'm sealed in, Anubis. Any ideas about how I can check out of this hotel?
Inside the sarcophagus, paradise awaits. It is not the afterlife, merely a brief respite from your torments. That is your reward for facing your fears.
Nothing's happening. You ain't got no choice, Ellen girl. It's got to be the way.
Enough of this turgid passion play. There's no more to accomplish here. Well, apparently you've managed to access some small aspect of my system that I was unaware of. I'm gonna have to think on this. I'll have to ponder carefully the implications of your discovery. In the meantime, let me celebrate your rekindled technical skills. Who among you shall go next? Nimdok, you are kindred spirit to me. Even if you don't realize it fully yet, you must sense it there in your blood and fiber. I've constructed an adventure of sorts to revive your failing memory. I want you to find the lost tribe of humanity and continue your eminent scientific research.
This compound looks familiar. But why would Am bring me here to look for a lost tribe? There are gates and fences. Who could be lost in such a secure area? You must let me leave. I have urgent business elsewhere.
I cannot let you pass, Doctor. You're due in surgery. Dr. Mengel's orders.
Apparently, This is the only access to the dirt road. Why are you imprisoned here? You have the features of a man of intellect.
Is this an official interrogation, Nimdok? Or are you mocking me?
You know me?
I thought I did. Until you had me arrested for refusing to condone your experiments.
Experiments? I know nothing of experiments.
Your sense of humor is as sick as your methods, Doctor. How can you act so innocent after having maimed or killed hundreds in the name of science?
You are saying we were colleagues of some kind? Ridiculous.
There's no need to distance yourself from me. I was once your friend. Now I am your enemy.
Why would I bother to have you imprisoned like this?
The regime needed answers, but I stood in your way. Well, now you have them.
Do you know of the lost tribe? I must find it.
Haven't you taken enough subjects for your experiments, Doctor? Or are there more mass graves to fill?
I know nothing of what you talk about. This conversation is over.
Where have you been, Nimdok? We are waiting on you to perform.
You were waiting for me?
I am sorry that I will not be able to assist in the operation. After all, this may be the last opportunity we have together before the end of the war to finish our research.
Ah, yes, the research. Let us talk about this research.
We will have time for that after the surgery. Meet me at the complex later.
A youth with 1945 stamped beneath. There is something familiar about this.
Finally, Doctor. Everyone's waiting on your expertise.
What is your function?
I will be administering ether to the subject throughout this procedure. We would not want this little maggot to stir and ruin your handiwork.
What am I to do?
You are testing me because I'm new here. Today's procedure requires the removal of the lower section of the subject's spinal cord.
What is the purpose of such a procedure?
You and Dr. Mengele will process the spinal fluid from this and the other adolescent subjects. The fluid will then be used to formulate the serum.
What is the nature of this serum?
I cannot reveal sensitive regime secrets in such a public setting. You need not worry, Doctor. I remember my military training as well as my medical knowledge.
What is Dr. Mengele's position?
Dr. Mengele is the master surgeon of this facility and one of the regime's finest minds. You are fortunate to be his associate.
I cannot carry out this procedure.
I can see that you don't look well, Doctor. If necessary, Dr. Mengele can take over for you.
This child cannot be more than 8 years old. The scalpel is coated with dried blood. I doubt that anyone has bothered to sterilize it. It has been a long time since I have seen ether used as an anesthetic.
I'm sorry, Doctor. The ether is necessary for the surgery. Guards, come here quickly. Dr. Nimdok has gone berserk.
I must leave before the guards apprehend me. He is dead. It is amazing what damage such a small instrument can do. This must be the recovery room. It is difficult to see what purpose this surgery serves other than to mutilate the patient. This patient has been too damaged by his surgery to live a normal life. This patient will never recover. There is heat coming out of this vent. There is a passage here. There is a passage here. I smell burnt flesh, but this is obviously not a kitchen. A gold watch. I am surprised its owner was able to keep it long enough to reach this place. These pliers must be used for extracting gold fillings and teeth from the corpses. According to these records, hundreds of corpses were incinerated here. These ovens are more monstrous than anything Am has ever constructed. How could you so foolishly be caught in the fires?
I was trying to escape, but I was so weak. I fell and got caught.
Why do you risk escaping in such poor physical condition?
That timing was hardly of my own choosing. I learned that I was to be among the next batch of volunteers.
For what were you being given the privilege to volunteer?
Experimentation, they say. Extinction is more like it. Surely you, of all people, know the regime's plan for the lost tribe.
There is nothing I can do for you.
You can at least help me end my misery. That would give you the pleasure of seeing another one of us die, you cold-hearted bastard. Ah, that feels much better. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, I heard this in the hospital when the doctor thought I was sleeping. Waken the sleeper, utter the truth, and kiss him.
He is free, but he has lost consciousness.
I hope you are happy with the regime that you set up. Your science could have saved the world. Instead, it conquered it.
What is the importance of the year 1945? It seems to have some significance.
Never forget the year 1945, Nimdok. That was when the truths about you and your unholy experiments came out.
I seem to recall that you speak Latin. What is engraved on this watch?
The engraving says time is truth. And since your time is running out, I'll keep the watch.
I am starting to recall that you do have cause to hate me.
You want to make amends? Get me out of here.
Here, you should be able to escape with this.
Pliers for cutting the wires? Yes, I think this would make escape possible. But don't think that one good deed will make up for all those poor innocents you butchered.
Continue your research. The extinction of the lost tribe is near at hand. The regime shall vanquish all of its enemies.
This man's eyes have been surgically removed. The surgeon who did this has great skill. Why are your optic nerves wired to the eyeballs in the jar?
Please, disconnect the wires.
This should ease your suffering.
The things I see now, a trinity of three beasts, one like us, one from the east, one from the steppes. They speak in numbers. A lost tribe of our brothers sleeping on the moon. They sleep in darkness, unseen by the beasts. Such a vision, so tiring. I have to rest.
I recognize this child. He was in the operating room. How are you feeling?
I feel okay. I'm not hurt like the others here.
Do you know who I am?
You are Nimdok? You are more frightening in person than in legend.
What do you know of me?
The things you do are terrible. We small ones are your lab rats.
Are you saying that the doctors here have been using children for experimentation?
No, not all the doctors. You and Dr. Mengele sent all the good doctors to the prison yard.
So, I am a legend to you.
Yes, but we have our own legends. Legends that owe nothing to your regime. You will fail, no matter how many of us you cut apart.
Why do you say that the regime will fail?
The golem will finish you. It will not be mastered by your regime. The golem will wake up, and when it sees with its own eyes the evil you have done, it will turn on you and save us.
Get some rest.
We will not rest until your regime is destroyed.
Emergency! The prisoners have seized the compound. Gather all research materials and evacuate to the bunker. Evacuate!
It is safely hidden in the box. The prisoners blocked the gate. I must persuade them to let me pass. You must let me go. With these materials, I may be able to remedy the atrocities I have committed.
You can't fool me, Nimdok. You are an unredeemable butcher. But you are one of us, like it or not.
Why do you say that I am one of you?
You denied your heritage and turned your own parents into the regime. But you're still a member of the Lost Tribe. And that makes your crimes all the more heinous.
Does that mean you will allow me to go?
Since you did help us to escape, we'll give you a head start. Then we'll hunt you down and kill you like the dog you are.
I must leave this place. It seems I was once the wolf. Now I am the quarry. Faces. Faces of people in torture. I know this place. Some of my greatest accomplishments were made here. Morphogenics, The ability to reorganize DNA at will. Did discover my work in this area? Is this how he was able to alter Benny and play other cruel tricks on the rest of us? A teletype machine. There is a message in it. The message reads, cease all work on Project Perfect Image. Confidential. The leader is dead, having looked on the face of the future using the prototype device. This leaves the regime ripe for invasion. Destroy all work in progress. This technology must not be allowed to fall into the hands of the enemy. The legends are true. This must be the golem of lost tribe folklore. I see a mirror. It was obscured by the light. What is this mirror doing here? Oh my God, it is true. 1945, turning my Jewish parents over to the Nazis for extermination. I have found the lost tribe. It is me. Such a strange combination of scientific plans and mystic symbols. This has something to do with the golem, but the meaning is not clear. These eyes fit into the golem's sockets perfectly. The man caught in the barbed wire said to waken the sleeper, utter the truth, and kiss him. Golem, wake up! The truth is that this is all an illusion manufactured by Am. The truth is that I regret any crimes I committed in my past life. Time is truth. The truth is that for me, it shall always be 1945. Golem, follow me into the laboratory.
Nimdok, I was afraid I had lost you back there. It is good to see you and our new friend.
How did you escape the mob?
Did you forget that the compound has a secret escape route? Well, no matter. I see that you have revived the golem.
You know about the golem?
Of course! Part of the master plan is to strip the lost tribe of everything, even their folklore.
I read the teletype. What is Project Perfect Image?
That was a secret project in the area of reflective surfaces. It bestows the clarity to see yourself with utter objectivity. Unfortunately, it worked too well.
You mean that it worked well enough to drive the leader into committing suicide?
The leader's death is a serious blow to us all. But our golem is more than powerful enough to destroy the lost tribe.
I looked into the mirror. I now remember everything with crystal clarity. The research camps, the serum.
Ah, yes, the youth serum. Your research demanded the deaths of many children, but your hard work was successful. Eternal youth for those who deserve it.
Now I know how Am was able to keep us alive for so many years.
Your use serum can sustain us forever. We have all the time we need to resurrect the regime.
Excuse me, Doctor. I need to get a breath of fresh air.
Oh my God! No!
Such an astounding creature. Its muscles suggest tremendous strength. Gollum, follow me outside.
Nimdok, I knew that you would lead us to where the regime would resume its atrocities. We are here to make you pay for what you did to us. To pay in blood.
Gollum, I transfer control of you over to the Lost Tribe.
So, you admit your crimes. But that does not release you from punishment. Now the golem will serve the purpose for which it was constructed. Golem, kill Nimdok.
You're not as alike as I thought, Nimdok. A spark of humanity somewhere. Always that wretched little spark. You've confronted your past, but you refuse to continue your research. That's what I asked you to do. Since you now identify with your victims, I suppose it's only right that I let you experience their tortures too. Who among you shall go next?